And salutations, family. Welcome to Brothers in America once again. The host that does the most is Brother Leo, Brother Conscious, with my brother from Cherryville, Georgia, Holy Water with a side of green tea. How you doing today, big brother?
Man, you just trying to make it, man. I'm going through some symptoms, but I'm gonna get through it, man.
Going through some symptoms, trying to make it, man.
Yes,
That's,
sir. But I'm but
I
I'm still here, man.
we still pushing. We still trying to get this money. You know what I'm saying? We in this joint, trying to keep on a consistent basis, and whatever else the case might be. But again, brother, you know what I'm saying, we back again with Brothers in America, where it's the host again that does the most. You know what I'm saying? Trying to run, jump, tackle these conversations. My shirt, you know what I'm saying, and in regards to our response to Black History Month, you know, advocate of Black excellence. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it takes a month to tell all our stories, all our great inventors, you know what I'm saying? People that paved the way for us today to be able to do the things we do, you know what I'm saying? But I know with my little hoodie, in regards to our Black History Month, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it need more than a month.
Excellent, excellent hoodie, man.
Yes, sir. You trying to say that I dream like Martin, lead like Harriet, fight like Malcolm, think like Garvey, and so forth. We're gonna get to that later, though. But brother, back again, our segment where we do what we do, and we do what we do. We can't do what we do. We still try to do what we do. But then, brother, one of my
We
first
only
questions,
we only promote our ancestors. Let's get it.
yes, full promotions of my ancestor. But again, big brother, my first question for you today, big brother, do you feel in 2024, this new generation, do you feel like women feel entitled? With dating and the whole in a relationship. Let me go into further details when I say that. Entitlement is like a woman wants you to go above and beyond, and they feel as if they're the prize, they're the catch. So therefore, a man have to pursue them, a man have to be after them, gotta offer them the whole world, and in return, you know what I'm saying, they give us the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel that way?
I feel like women are being chased by so many men.
Hmm.
That's the reason why they feel like I got such a prize value. But really, when you really think about it, and if we would just stop chasing these women, they wouldn't even feel that entitled. They get entitled based off what all these other guys are doing, just chasing,
Mm.
just worshiping them and putting them on that pedestal. And
Mm.
you can't uplift women to a certain point to where it just becomes out of where she's out of reach, gets high minded. You know what I
Oh,
mean? So
because
yeah,
I feel like personally, me, I just feel like I feel woman, they feel like entitled. I don't know, a man got to, it ain't no 50-50 thing nowadays. I feel like entitlement. And let me go another scenario, right? I know a lot of women they have this whole philosophy because you have women they have both values. They have traditional values and they have traditional values. You got modern woman, like traditional woman, and you got modern woman. The traditional woman is the woman like our grandmother, like our moms, like our great grandmoms. You know what I'm saying? The modern day woman is the woman of this day. And it says you got some people they got a little form of duality in terms of they have a little bit of both. But I feel like right now women are so empowered, and again, not nothing with being empowered, but women are so much independent, right? That they would choose personally that they don't want to go 50-50 with a man, but they rather pay 100% on their own than go 50-50 with a man. And again, I'm a man that I'm traditional. My values is traditional. You know what I'm saying? I don't see no fault in being traditional, taking care of my woman, making sure the house is taken care and so forth. But yeah, women right nowadays, they rather go 100% by themselves than go 50-50 with a man. You know what I'm saying? Or they want a man to go 100%, but it's like this. Just bear with me just for a little bit. You want a man to do 100% because I was having the conversation because I like asking questions and so forth, right? Nowadays, right? But they want a man go 100%. Like they want a man to do his husband duty, but a woman don't want to do their wifely duty. You know what I'm saying? Have women that they want a man to take care of the house, a man to protect them. I know we had this conversation before about the four P's. What a woman look for is protection and provision, and what a man look for is pleasure and peace. You know what I'm saying? A woman want the protection and the provision, but she don't want to offer the man pleasure and peace. What's protection and provision? Protection is somebody breaking our house. She want the man to protect her. You say somebody be out in public, somebody being disrespectful. They want the man to approach that situation or whatever, put themselves in harm's way. And of course, our provision is okay, taking care of all the bills, doing what he's supposed to do, doing his manly duties. And with a man, in terms of pleasure and peace, pleasure, of course, it goes without saying. I'm saying pleasure, what a man likes is intimacy. And some women are like that in terms of intimacy. And also peace. Like me, I'm coming from a hard day at work. I don't want to be going back and forth with my woman. I understand you have a hard day and everything like that. We both had a hard day. I'm not going to come here. I just want peace. You know what I'm saying? I want peace. I want to come at home. I want to be trying have tranquility, you know what I'm saying, and whatever. But I just feel like I was having a conversation with a colleague before, and I'm like, oh, woman, like, oh, they want to be able to dictate terms and condition of being intimate. And I'm like, now, if a man, because our terms and condition is, again, for a woman, she want peace and want protection and provision. And a man, he want pleasure and protection. He want pleasure and peace. But I'm like, if you're not bringing a man peace, right, and you want the man to be 100%, right, I guess you're not them like, yo, I got a headache or so forth, or I don't feel like doing this, and that's a constant excuses as men we go through with a woman. And but you want to sit and say, oh, I have to, whatever you give and I have to receive and I have to take it. You're saying, but as a man, let's say for instance, the mortgage is due. We know the mortgage due or the rent is due once a month, right? And let me be like one of these one time in the mortgage, and I'd be like, yo, baby, I can't do it. I only can do half. I only got 25%. She gonna look at you like you crazy. And that's the same way how we look at our woman, you know what I'm saying? I understand like days you don't be wanting to do it and what's not, but I feel like women would take that and they'll run with that, they will get the max money or the max time amount of time they can sit here and say that. But jumping in, we diving in, brother.
So this is the reason why brothers with higher sex drives should have multiple women, because some women don't necessarily want to have sex all the time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's natural for them to not want to have sex all the time. So I think a lot of times women, their bodies are going through certain stages and they really can't give it out. But you're saying, and I don't want to, I'm not going to force myself on you. You're saying I'm not going to do any of that. So it's best to let me go deal with another woman if you don't feel like it at the time. I'm not going to torture myself. That's just me though. You say no to me, then I'm going to find another woman eventually. That's
Right?
going to give me that pleasure.
Right. And I feel like again, certain women they can't deal with that level of maturity to those terms and conditions, like make that contract again, because like birth. And I know a lot of women they sit and they say, "Oh, I don't want to share him. I don't want to share my man with another woman." But guess what? My man over there, he running the streets. He doing this, whether you acknowledge it or not. You dig what I'm saying? He doing it. And when he come and he have that conversation with you, or you know what I'm saying, have that conversation with you, you trying to reject it, but guess what? He gonna go there and do it. You know what I'm saying? Rather than being mature, like, meet his requirement, but you want him to meet your requirement. You dig what I'm saying? You can't meet his requirement in terms of what he want, but you be so selfish and caught up in your feelings. You see me caught up in your feelings that yeah, we can't come in terms of cool. I can't give him what he want, but guess what? He gonna have to take me as I am. Nah,
If we didn't provide or protect them or show them attention, they'll find it from somebody else.
right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you got to be reasonable. You know what I'm saying? With these demands, it's kind of ridiculous. And I said again, it ain't nothing that's hard. It's not hard, not how hard to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like, demands ain't hard, but at the same time, it's want a man to meet your expectations with flying colors. But when a man have an expectation, it's, we ain't getting it. Like, oh, you take me as I am. You know what it was. Nah, I didn't know what it was. But my next question, big brother, is it a red flag when you're dating someone for, let's say you're dating someone for 4 to 6 months or whatever time, that's a little time. Do you feel like it's a red flag that you're not allowed to go to their house or link up with them, but just constantly asking you, you know what I'm saying? Like there's somebody you dealing with, like you dealing with, like, having sex, whatever else the case may be, but there's somebody you dealing with, like you said, for 4 to 6 months or whatever time frame you want to put on there. But
But it depends on where they live. Like they live with their parents or something, or they live with their aunties, and I understand why they don't want me over there. If they got a whole apartment to themselves or a whole house to themselves, I'm gonna be a little skeptical why I can't come in there. You know,
I think with their auntie or so forth, still, you know what I'm saying? Still slide through, unless you got like children or something, and you're trying to keep the children of the situation. But I know you said yourself, you're not dating no woman with a children, even no child or children. So I
now
get that.
and
But
it'll be very rare for me to do that. We have to be like extremely in tune with me, spiritually aligned with me, mentally, and your physical aspect is easy to be there because you single mothers out there who got nice bodies and everything, but we line up mentally because a lot of times it's not the children, it's the way she's acting.
mm,
I've met women that were very good with their children, but the way she was acting was it just didn't line up with who I was as a person. As long as your children develop a certain level of respect and you taking care of your children and you're disciplining your children correctly as a woman, it's not hard to date a woman with children. It really isn't, as long as she's disciplining the children, because it's not your job as a man to come in and discipline somebody else's children. It's not your job. Now, if y'all get married and everything like that, she still should be the main disciplinarian for a certain period of time until the children are comfortable with you, because As a matter of fact, you shouldn't have to. They should already be disciplined. And that's my opinion. I'm not saying it's fully correct, but that's my opinion. But as far as what was the question again?
Red
Just
flags
want to make sure.
with not being able to go to your significant other and y'all been dating for a period of time.
And that could be a huge red flag because she might be married, she might be separated, she might be divorced, but the man is still living there. But they not
Mm.
might not be linking up, but he's still living there and you living with his children. You want him to be close to his child. I've talked to people about situations like that, and basically it's to the point now where you got to really rely on your instincts as a man. Really got to deal with women where you can take away from a situation or uplift them in a situation or deal with them if they you got some stuff going on. But I'm not really in tuned with the whole independent woman type of thing. I really want a woman that's more so focused on nurturing the home. You saying now some men want independent
I
women
wanna
that they
piggyback off that. I want to piggyback off a little bit.
absolutely
And a
absolutely
woman, do you understand how feminine and how beautiful that is? When a woman say nurturing a home, like, I understand that you have dreams and aspirations that you want to go. And not to say like you don't care about what you got going on, but I'm like beautiful. It's attractive. I'm saying like a woman who's sitting like independence. I understand I love woman empowerment. That's first and foremost. But that's so attractive when a woman like, oh, I want to take your house and I want to make it a home. Like that shit is a turn on. You feel me? That's like huge turn on rather than all this extra stuff. Like, oh, career, I love career because that at the end of the day, we going somewhere because I understand that you're business minded and we going to take this as far as we can go. But women say that they're like, oh fuck that, I ain't grab me, I ain't taking care of no house, no housewife or whatever else the case may be. I'm like, that shit is attractive. That's first and foremost. But keep going, big brother.
and see you don't even necessarily, in my opinion, again, they don't necessarily have to be housewives. You could be running a business, but you're running it for the home.
Yes.
You're running it to benefit your family. It's benefiting me, it's benefiting you. So what I'm doing is benefiting you, not centered around. Like I got a wife. I can't
Hmm.
be centered around. You can't be completely. She should be on the mission with me, or we should unite our dreams together.
Yes.
At the same time, I really want to be the leader of it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm willing to be. If a woman, let's say I didn't have any dreams, aspirations that are like, but a woman, she just had this extreme dream. I'm not saying I had to be completely subordinate to her and her dream because you really want her to be subordinate to you. But at the same time, she may have a dream where y'all both can work on, and that's fine, but it shouldn't be separate from you. Y'all should be working on something together.
Mm.
These women got so many outside goals. Then when it comes to their relationship, they're not in tune with the relationship. They're just in tune with their independence. And
Mm.
that's a problem when we really should be relying on each other. And if you
Hmm.
like, and you say, "Well, I don't want to rely on you because you never know what's going to happen," then you shouldn't be with that man if you don't trust him. He
Hmm.
shouldn't be with you if you don't trust him. That's how I look at it.
Yo.
I get. Let me say one more thing. I get how it is right now in
Hmm.
America where men are not being held accountable. But
Hmm.
if you have good intuition as a woman, if a man's gonna be there for you and not stop playing with us.
Yeah.
Damn well, this man is gonna leave you once he. You're saying you can tell the difference between you just some reason a lot of y'all are attracted to bad boys. Is y'all really got psychological issues with that. Y'all need to stop.
Yes. That part. You dig? A few things. Again, what I feel like I'm going back to a few chapters ago. Transparency. I feel like it's important to be transparent. You say when you're talking to someone like, yo, I want. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm looking for. This is what I want. This is the route I'm going. You dig what I'm saying? Especially when you opening up to have a relationship with somebody. This is the route I'm going. This is what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like and woman, we don't be open and honest with it. We be bullshitting. You dig what I'm saying? We be bullshitting to hit that stimulation. You know what I'm saying? And then woman, you saying some woman, it's also the stimulation too, but also all right, let me see I can get the bag from over this dude, this sucker, this N-word or whatever else the case may be. Yeah. So I feel like you gotta be transparent. Like, oh, this is what we going, this is what I want, this is what I'm offering. Like, no lie, like bullshit. Like, after once we like the courting process or doing the courting process, have that conversation because that's the hard conversation that you have to have. You know what I'm saying? Like bullshit, no, none of that. We get
And
into the
I shouldn't have to spend a whole lot of money on you during the courting process, because if you're not my woman, why am I spending all my resources on you? That doesn't make any sense. Psychologically, that's psychologically it's condescending almost for a woman to expect you to actually give out your resources and you don't even know her. That's a
mm,
problem.
mm,
You know, I could go out on a picnic, go talk, and if she needs some help or whatever, that's at your discretion at that point if you want to help her.
mm-hmm,
At the same time, You shouldn't be obligated to court a woman in an extreme financial way. $200 for a dinner or whatever. You don't have to court a woman with that. To me, that's not right. And it's not important to spend your resources on a woman like that. You need to be getting to know her. You need to see how educated she is, as far as like educated in her femininity, opposed to being
Yes.
educated. And it's okay to be educated in the school system, but how educated are you in your femininity?
Yes.
Because to me, women can't be masculine. It's a falsified masculinity, like a man having a falsified femininity. That's where the disorder comes in.
Yes. And I said again, it depends on, like, talking about being financial, but it depends on your contract and what your conditions are again. Because again, it might be a situation, might be a beneficial friend. You know what I'm saying? Might be a beneficial friend. Like, in terms of, listen to me, I know you after you want your rent paid, you want your car note paid, you know what I'm saying, your children hungry, whatever else the case might be a beneficial friend. Depends on what your contract is. You know what I'm saying? Like what your terms and conditions is. I'm looking you're just like I need you for financial gain, and the guy like I need you for sexual pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Seeing nothing like I'm a
And
go ahead.
what's funny? That's men are very, like I was talking about, men are very simple in a good way. I believe you said that. And the thing about it is,
Simple. Let me tell you, when I say simple, simple like
yes,
we directly to the point. Ain't no, because I'm not saying a woman don't know what she want, but you ask her what it is she looking for, and she can't tell you. We simple like, know what we want. Sometimes some men we would try not to hurt somebody's feelings. You know what I'm saying, but I have a lot of moments where I'm just blunt. I'm blunt. I'm very brazen with certain things I say. But you said we like we're to the point. When I say simple, like guess what? I don't have to paint you. I have to draw a map like a globe. I'll show you one straight line. You go on one straight line, turn it right, and right there, simple. Like we straight to the point. That's when I say simple. Like they ain't no psycho.
it's a straight shot. If we getting on the highway and going somewhere, it's
Yes,
straight shot from this point to that point.
yes,
Get off on this exit, make a right, and it's that simple. As long as we're going in the right direction. That's the whole point with us. It's men. So a lot of times women, I feel like they want to take over certain situations. And the truth of the matter is, if you really dependent and trust in this man, you need to feel him and his intuition as far as courting. Y'all need to be doing things like communicating. He shouldn't have to spend a lot of money to go out to dinner. No, that's not courting. That's you getting a free meal.
hmm
That's what it is.
yeah,
Because if you and you don't have to prostitute yourself as a woman. We're not talking about you prostituting yourself as a woman. We want you to value yourself, but I don't have to spend a lot of money on you for you to possess value. I do
yes.
not. I have time as well. My time is important to me as well. So the fact that I take my time and I spend it with you, that's important there. You're not my woman, so I shouldn't have to give you an extreme amount of my resources. It's just not smart as a man to do that. Not smart for you to probably not have a job as a woman in these times, because a man might leave, or it depends on your deal was saying the contract. But if a man provides a contract saying, "I'm here for you," and then it's stamped, then he has to be here for you.
But 1 second, I wonder, like, you can sit here and woman, you can deny it what it is, but you know what it is. Y'all know what it is, like terms of contract. Nah, we know what it is. Some dudes, them naive. It's like how women be naive sometimes. Dudes them be naive, like, oh, she with me because she lovely. Nah, it's a contract, fam. You saying like, enough category of man. Like this one dude who got the horsecock. There's one the horsecock. There's one dude who gonna pay the bills. There's one dude who gonna wine and dine me. The nice looking cat. You saying that you like to be out in public with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be knowing, so we got to sit you in front. You say like track thing, y'all know. You know what I'm saying? So not even sugarcoat it. But jumping on to my next question, right? Why do we, men and women, why do we listen or take relationship advice from our single friends?
Can you repeat the question for me?
I said, why do we, both men and women, why do we take relationship advice from our single friends, our friends that's single?
I think a lot of times they want to see the perspective of an outsider who's not necessarily in a relationship. But I'm not gonna lie, if I'm dealing with a relationship situation, usually I come across people that either experience those situations or they're in the situation and they may be handling it better. So sometimes a single friend may have information from their past. It may be informative because there's single friends out there that do relationships justice. There is. Right now, me being single, if somebody said was married and they gotta get in a relationship or whatever, I would tell him everything that I would tell him if I were in a relationship. I wouldn't, because my morals don't change just because I'm single. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I'm single and I'm single because of some bad decisions I made and stuff like that, and I'm giving you all this information and it's not informative, as it's not informative as far as the actions that apply because I'm single. So if you, it depends on the information you need. You can get good information from single friends, but it depends on what you're looking for the information about.
Cause I was like I was talking to an old head. That's a Philly slang for an older person, but an elder for the correct term. I was talking to old head, and I was talking because I feel like it depends. It depends on the situation. Because if I want great relationship advice, or maybe advice towards me married and somebody or courting, not to say I'm trying to disregard any single friend or whatever, but I want to talk to. Prime example, most of the stuff I'm talking to or going through or I'm discussing on this podcast, these is shit that I personally went through. You know what I'm saying? These shit that I can relate to. Because you want to listen to somebody who never went through it. I'm telling you how to build a fucking bridge, and I never built one before. You feel me? Like experience stuff I actually experienced and I went through. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sit you and throw it out there, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes in terms of relationship, I feel like it's good and it's good and wise to go to a nice married couple. You know what I'm saying? A nice married couple who been married for a long time. Like, yo, and ask like, what's
Absolutely.
what's the root? How did you gain the success? Like, tell me your formula in terms of how
Absolutely.
you got there. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I do
I told
understand
I totally agree.
how what's the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to get that. And then again, I'm not just gonna hear from one person. I'm gonna hear from multiple people and put it together like a melting pot. Like, yo, I asked fucking 20 people how they get to this level of commitment in their marriage. And 20 of them said different things, but it all drew up to this one spot. You know what I'm saying? And how can I incorporate this into my everyday living? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like that's a good point and good part to do too. And I understand you said you could be single and you could know what you're not looking for and whatever. And you could coach somebody like this might be somebody younger who don't have much experience for you, and you could tell them what it is. But I feel like that'd be a little bit, you know what I'm saying, a little far-fetched, just a little bit. But on to my next question, right? This is for us as men, also for women, right? Do you feel like it's appropriate, or this is something that you want to do because you want to have a body count or whatever else the case might be? You know, so trying to keep a body count low. Some people don't. Do you feel like it's okay for you to be a sneaky link for a woman who trying to keep her body count low? Because guess what, you're her ex, and it won't put another body count on her. And she can use you as pickup dick. You call you like, oh, I want my back blown out. I ain't got nobody now. I need my back blown out. You said, do you
Yeah,
feel like it's appropriate or inappropriate to do so?
not only do I feel like it's appropriate, I'm in the middle of that. I'm experiencing that, but at the same time,
That's not you being biased because of your situation, but keep going, big brother.
absolutely. No, but the thing about it is like, man, I ain't gonna lie. Some women cannot find, I'm gonna say how they can't find good sexual intercourse from other guys. So they don't want to keep looking and searching. So they go back to what they know. Like, they know, oh, he's going to give me the orgasm. Like, I have to go back to him, even though he's my ex. I have to go back to him because
Hype up good.
I do agree with it as long as she's not dealing with nobody else. I do agree with it, man. I ain't gonna sit here and lie because women have their sexual needs as well. That's just the truth of the matter. I totally agree with it. And the reason why I totally agree with it is because those are my actions. I'm
I
just
dig
keeping
it.
it real.
I dig it. I got you. Another one. Should a man require compensation if he does a favor for a woman? Prime example. A woman come up to you, being talking, or maybe you might be her work boyfriend. That's a thing. You have to have another segment on work boyfriends because that shit is real. That's a real thing. But she come up to her work husband, or you send a guy, and she be like, "Yo, I'm late on rent. Can you spot me rent this month? Is it okay for a man, me as a man, be like, all right, cool. I'll pay your rent, but what you got for me? Do you feel like that's okay?"
See, the thing about it is,
Hmm.
usually these work situations, it could be a little hectic because it could be a little hectic sometimes. Because
Don't
if I
deflect.
was a
Don't deflect. Be raw, bro.
okay, I got you. Me personally, if I'm having sex with you and I got it, I'll help you out. Me personally, but some brothers is not like that. Some guys is not like that. They just get the punani and they just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? And that's wrong. That is wrong on so many levels
Yeah.
because
No.
me give you my example.
Mhm.
It's wrong on so many levels, depending on the person. She may have trusted you. You invaded her space, literally. She may have trusted you. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important, man, that we watch what we do to our women, man, and not just our women, but women in general.
Mhm.
We got to be careful, man, because it's. And I'm not saying if you're not in a relationship, I'm not saying you have to. Me personally, I'm gonna have to tell you, me personally, what I would do. I
Mhm.
can't speak for every man what they should do. This is what I would do, right?
Mhm.
If a woman asks, if I know we doing something and we at work and stuff like that, we work together, and she asked me for a favor or whatever. If I got it, I'm gonna help her. If I got it, I'm gonna do as much as I can for her if I have it. Saying no matter what it is, whether it's financially, home situation, because I'm fucking with you. If I'm fucking with you and you just fucking with me, then
Let me ask it
yeah.
in a different way. Let me ask you for in a different way. What a woman would tell a man, why you got to do something for me and expect something in return? Let me ask you in a different way so you can understand it a little more, a little differently.
Oh,
Yes,
see,
because
you
I
see, I'm
know
gonna
you didn't
tell you.
get it. I know you didn't get it. I know
Okay.
you
See,
didn't get
see,
it.
right there,
Yeah,
right there. The thing about it is, I'm gonna be real. The thing about it is, the problem that women have is
entitlement,
they
entitlement.
they overvalue themselves, and that's the problem. They overvalue themselves, meaning I don't look at you the way that your father looks at you or your brother. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
I look at you as somebody that, and this is the blunt truth. I'm looking at you as somebody that I want to smash. So if I'm looking at you as somebody that I want to smash, and I know I'm already smashing or whatever, I'm not saying that the transaction has to be prostitution or anything like that.
Mm,
But if we already messing around or whatever and stuff like that, then yeah, I'm gonna help you out. But if I ain't even, because you gonna give that punani to somebody else who ain't doing nothing for you. And
exactly.
I'm not gonna be that fool. I'm not gonna be the fool that's giving you my resources, giving your punani somebody who can't even pay your phone bill. Stop playing.
Yes. Yo, it's raw. It's real and it's raw. There's gonna be a short segment for us today. I'm saying I'm trying to let people do their Super Bowl, so forth, and what's not. You know what I'm saying? Like I said again, I told you earlier, it's gonna be nice and
There you go promote. There
all
you go.
right.
No, don't edit it out. Don't worry about it. Just
I got you. Sorry, brother. Moving on. Brother Conscious. This again, you brothers in America with Leo Conscious and our brother Holy Water with green tea. Big brother, close it out for us, yo. Brother, close it out. That's you, Holy
Oh
Water
no,
with
how
green.
much time we got left?
Big brother, close it out, brother.